Welcome back to another action figure review video. I'm your dude, Avionics. Now, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and ringing that notifications bell. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the latest release of Mirage TMNT Comics figures by NECA. We have the new Baxter Stockman. Now, I'm trying something new here for this video. I'm trying to use this entirely white background. So let me know what you guys prefer, whether you see this white background or my figures in the background. But yeah, anyways, this is a Haulathon release for this year, and this resembles our Baxter Stockman from the Mirage 1984 comics by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. So that's how this rendition is based off of. More notably, you can find this version of Baxter in the comics of issue number 2, where it's the original comics were black and white, but later on they released a color classics comics from, I think IDW maybe might have released the color classics. But yeah, this Baxter Stockman is based on the 1984 comics. So in this packaging, we have the front window showing most of the accessories, and then we have the Mirage style packaging that NECA uses with this beige with the dots. On the side, we have some artwork here at the bottom with a mouser, and this is number 15 of the Mirage TMNT line. On this side, we have some more artwork of Baxter holding his mouser. And then on the back side, actually, let's, for anyone who's hunting this at local Targets, these are $34.99 at the Target website store and the app. And then here is the team responsible for giving us this Mirage Baxter Stockman. Usually at the bottom, they also list the accessories, but they don't list them on the Mirage style boxes. So we'll just go over that all together. Turning it around to the back, we do have some photo work by NECA showing off Baxter Stockman. And then we have the one, looks like, what is that, Wanderer Michelangelo. It's already released, and previously released Mirage Casey Jones, and we have yet to see Mirage Rat King. All right, now let's go ahead and remove him out of the box. All right, so we've unpacked Baxter and all of his accessories. So the head attached to his body, which is his default head sculpt, looks just like this. So this is very, to me, it looks comic accurate. Nicely sculpted black hair, our nicely painted skin tone, nicely sculpted glasses. And yeah, the whole face and all the features look really good. Paint deco looks on point, ears. And then he does come with a second head sculpt, which shows it's not much different, but it just shows his mouth is a little bit more open, showing off the teeth, and a little bit different line work on his face. But for the most part, pretty much the same head sculpt, just showing a little bit more emotion. And then by default, his hands out of the package are 2 fists, so a right and then a left, and they both articulate side to side. And then he comes with 2 other pairs of hands here. So he has a right gripping hand that articulates side to side. Looks good. It's a tight grip. And then he has another right hand that shows more the I gotcha, I'm gonna get you expression. Fingers all sprawled out, knuckles all bent. Looks really good. This articulates side to side as well. And then he has a left hand that's a little bit more of a looser grip than that right grip hand. But yeah, it's a little bit looser, so maybe you can fit like the building accessory, which we'll go into here in a little bit, into this hand, and it'll grip it nice and snug, not too tight. And this one articulates side to side. And then he comes with this left finger pointing hand as well, articulating side to side. Looks really good. And then yes, so this accessory, since it doesn't list at the very bottom of the packaging what comes all inside, this is a like a mock-up building for like a model building, and this is from the same issue number 2 where this Baxter Stockman is introduced. So yeah, this is actually a building which he threatens the city with that he's gonna destroy. But yeah, the sculpt work looks really good. The paint lines look really good, and it even accurate as to this part of the building that sticks out, which is also shown in the comics. But yeah, so this is the building. So you can have him posing, holding that up, threatening the city. And then he comes with a mouser, which is more accurate to the comics. So this is actually painted and sculpted slightly differently than the previously released mouser pack that we got a couple years ago. So here's the one from the NECA mouser pack. So as you can see, there are minor sculpt differences besides the obvious paint. Even the inside of the mouth is different. So the mouth on this mouser opens as well, just like the old, or just like the previously released mousers. So that's how the sculpt looks. Inside looks really good. The sculpt on the other mouser is just all black, but there's more than one paint app inside there. So yeah, so this resembles more the comic sculpt, and then the colors from the Color Classics comics. So it's gray with that blue wash to give it that rendering. And then obviously the legs articulate as well, just like the other ones do. Right there at the top, the middle, and then the bottom at the feet. Or it does, the head does kind of swivel and articulate at the top too. And then he comes with this awesome looking throwback computer. Great paint apps from all the way around. So on the front, it looks like we have 2 floppy disk drives and then some buttons here. And then a nice full keyboard sculpt right there. And then we have some like switches and buttons here, and then a nice blue screen, the Windows blue screen of death perhaps. I don't know. I don't think Windows was invented yet back then. Maybe, but maybe just like an earlier rendition. But here on the top, you got a nice sculpt on top of the monitor. They're like little divot holes, giving it some texture. Paint lines throughout, all the way around. And then even on the back, it shows off some like cable connections perhaps. And this little square peg, I don't know what that's for. Maybe the main power button, but who knows. But yeah, great little accessory to add to a Baxter Stockman setup office or office setup. Now let's take a closer look at the figure himself now. So once again, based off the Color Classics re-released comics later on by IDW. But if you were to take a black and white photo of this Baxter, he's going to look like the 1984 Mirage comics. But yeah, so he's wearing this aquamarine bluish cardigan sweater with a light blue collar shirt underneath, and then just gray pants. So the sculpt and paint, all the paint lines look really good. I'm not seeing any like bad quality issues. So yeah, everything looks good. Even the shoes look throwback. Brown shoes, black laces, and some 2 stripes. Yeah, pretty cool. And he does have peg hole stands at the bottom. Taking a look at some quick articulation. Head rotates and swivels nice and easy. Really good. Arms at a T-pose. This is as far as I can get him to pose in a T-pose. And I did warm up all the joints with some hot water, rotating all the way around. 2 articulation points at the elbow, showing a more than 90 degrees of range of motion. And then it does swivel right there at the top of the elbow. And then these hands are going to rotate and then swivel side to side. We have a waist cut swiveling right there all the way around. And then his legs, not really the best in articulation. So this is as far split as he goes. I mean, for the most part, you're probably just going to have hit this guy standing, perhaps sitting, but it may be hard to get him in a sitting position because his leg wants to hit this part of his pelvis right away, all the way back before it hits the butt. We have 2 pins showing off double articulation at the knees, which is really good, like that. And then it does swivel a little bit there at the top of the leg, at the bottom of the pelvis, and then hinging all the way up as forward as possible, all the way back. And then you really have to loosen or warm up the socks, the ball joint underneath the pant. Got to really warm that up really well in order to be able to swivel it like that. Here's a shot of a quick swap in of the other head and some of the other hands. And then here's the other 2 hands swapped in, the tighter grip, and then the pointing finger. Alright, time to do some size and scale comparison with this Mirage Baxter Stockman. So here he is with my knockoff NECA Mirage Ninja Turtles. And then here he is with the NECA TMNT Jim Lawson style 4-pack Mirage Turtles. Here he is with NECA's Mirage Fugitoid and Splinter. Here's Baxter with Battle Damage Shredder and a Foot Soldier who's also in the Color Classics. Here he is with the NECA Mirage Utrom. And then here he is with the other Mouser from the Splinter figure, if I remember correctly. And these two are actually two different paint decos. So this is the one from Baxter's package, and then this is the one from Splinter's package. As you can see, the blue wash is on different locations on both of them. And I foresee a Mouser pack that's more stylized in this Mirage style comics. So if you're collecting the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mirage style comic figures, then I think that this Baxter Stockman is a must. I mean, he is their first opponent or villain going through the comics, because he appears in issue number 2, and this is a very comic accurate Baxter Stockman. This is the first Baxter out of any toy line who's made this Mirage style, and the fact that he comes with a Mouser, and if you already have the Splinter, then you'll have 2 Mousers to be able to display him with. So that's a great perk right there. All the accessories are pretty great. We have that computer that is sculpted very well with nice paint deco all around, and then the model building accessory which he threatens the city with. And I foresee NECA creating a Mouser pack that's more styled in the in this Mirage style comics with some different accessories. So that's something I'm predicting. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed watching this review video on Mirage NECA Baxter Stockman, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button, leave all your comments and thoughts down below as usual, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notifications bell to be notified of new action figure reviews like this. Thanks for watching, guys.